Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ultimate Career, where we're taking ourselves from zero to hero. Today we have the Korean Grand Prix here in Yeongam, the infamous track that was built on a swamp. And yeah, let's see what happens today. I think we struggled here last time in the Virgin. Again, another track that I just haven't got along with and don't have a lot of experience around. So yeah, going to be a little bit of an unknown today, but we'll give it a crack anyway. Fernando Alonso is 87 points ahead of Lewis Hamilton, so we'll quickly run through the permutations for you all. Obviously, if Alonso beats Hamilton regardless today on track, then he will be a four-time world champion. But if Hamilton wants to stay in this championship, then he'll have to either win this race and Alonso finish third or lower, finish second and Alonso finish 6th or lower, finish third, Alonso 7th or lower, finish 4th, Alonso has to finish 9th or lower, and then if Hamilton finishes in 5th, then Alonso can't be in the points at all. But if Hamilton can't do that today, then again Alonso will get his hands on another championship trophy. So no messing about, let's get into it. Sergio finally getting out of our way as we come towards the end of this second sector here. There's so many late apexes. It's just a horrible sector to drive. It looks very different to the F1 2010 version. There's a bridge in that version. But anyway, last couple of corners here. We've saved up most of our curves. It's a bit tighter in this right-hander than it was in 2010. But there we go. Straightening out onto the pit straight. It's going to be very nice. A 1:35.5, I would have thought this time I'd go out straight away onto options, take away any elements of nonsense that we could have got.
Let's look after the car. No fuel mix one.
Yeah, I just want to eliminate any room for error. Obviously, after Jensen Button, that whole escapade in Japan, yeah, if I had a better bank lap, I probably would have gotten through. Obviously that was a bank lap on price, so it's going to be a lot slower than a decently quick lap, a decently confident lap on options. So this should definitely be enough to see us through to Q2, and that's the goal. Let's go.
Great job, we're through to qualifying 2.
Wow, only one lap needed, and that was quick enough for first place in this first qualifying session of the weekend. Fernando Alonso up there, only a 10th off of me, so yeah, it's pretty inevitable that he's probably going to improve his pace as this session goes on. But yeah, we've got pretty good raw pace, so yeah, that's something to look forward to. Anyway, let's see who doesn't have any raw pace. I have a bad feeling here. Yep, it's my teammate Sergio Perez. To be fair to him, 200ths off of safety from Pastor Maldonado there in 17th, who has made it through. But yeah, fine margins here. That's gotten the better of Sergio there, and yeah, obviously his first time at this circuit, so yeah, it is a bit of a tricky one to get used to as a beginner. Anyway, Danny Close though, as a beginner, the fastest of the back markers, so well done to him, ahead of his Brazilian teammate Bruno Senna. Then it's Sam Bird, Trulli Kovalainen, and again D'Ambrosio right at the back, sadly for him. Alright, it's time for Q2. Last couple of corners, our first banker for Q2. Oh, we only got time for one more after this. What's this going to be good enough? Probably not very good at all.
You've moved up into 16th.
16th, yeah, I got a little bit impeded by, God, make that corner. Yeah, we got a little bit impeded by Lewis Hamilton and Felipe Massa on that run through the middle sector. So yeah, not the best banker in the world, but we've still got time for one more attempt. Kobayashi, again, he's the barrier between me making it into Q3 or not. So yeah, need to find at least half a second here if we want to make it through.
1 1 minute remaining, just 1 minute.
Come on, Pastor, let me through. Why are we racing and qualifying?
30 seconds left in the session.
Oh, okay, it's been a very scrappy Q2 so far. We need to make sure we crack this final sector now. That felt pretty good through there. What's the time saying? 4/10 ahead of Kobayashi. We found nearly a second and a half on this lap. It felt a lot better to be there, and we haven't had the traffic to contend with, at least not as much as we did. Alright, one more corner to go. What's it going to be? Shortest line, 2.
That's a really strong
What's it going to
time.
be?
Nice lap.
Cross the line just in time, just in case we needed to go again. But yeah, 1:35.2 basically. Yeah, that is more than enough to get through. We're in third place as starting has started. Thank you very much. Sebastian Vettel though, setting the pace now. I don't know where Alonso is.
We're through to qualifying 3. Good work.
Okay, there's Alonso. I was getting a little bit worried for a second, but he's managed to get through in P5. Just getting through is all that matters. 2/10 though between the top 5, so it's going to be very competitive here in Q3. Let's see who else made it through. Nico Rosberg did in his Mercedes, as did Kubica up in 7th, Adrian Sutil 8th, Jenson Button only just scraping in 9th place, and Heidfeld again in that other Mercedes in 10th place. So that means who has missed the cut? It's Danny Rick. Once again, he's done well in qualifying so far, but just over a 10th behind Heidfeld there. So yeah, he's not going to make it this time. Then it's Pastor Maldonado, who we had a little bit of a run-in with on our fast lap in Q2. Then it's Kamui Kobayashi, my previous teammate. Felipe Massa 14th. That's pretty bad for him in Ferrari. He can't really help his teammate in tomorrow's race. Nico Hulkenberg 15th, Alcashar 16th, and Petrov struggling in that Renault in 17th place. Alright, we've got our 10 for this Q3 shootout. Let's see what happens.
3 minutes to go.
3 minutes to go, so we probably have 2 opportunities to get this right. Jenson Button at the moment, provisional pole. Let's see if we can get anywhere close to him. I'll make sure we get this first turn right, because that's going to set us up for this massive straight hill. A bit too much of a cut there. That's going to scupper us down straight a little bit, but should be okay. Let's press on. Very close to the wall, as close as we can. This hasn't been the best banker in the world. Where's it going to put us?
Moved into 6th place with that last lap.
Wow. I mean, almost a second off Button, but still 6th place. We're in a bit of a Mercedes sandwich at the moment, but we do have time to go once again. It has kind of shown that these option tyres can
1
last
minute to go.
for at least 2 fine laps. So this is it. Final chance. Let's go. Oh my. So,
Just
right.
30 seconds left in the session.
That's very annoying. That's our qualifying done with. That's our last lap invalidated. I didn't think that was too much of a cut, to be honest, but the steward's thinking otherwise. My luck has ran out with the stewards and my corner cutting, as you can see. Yeah, I'm a bit of a corner cutting merchant. But anyway, we've taken a little bit more off than we can chew, and that is going to be it for qualifying. It's going to be P6 at the maximum here. Let's see if anyone else can shoot up the timing. Alright, well, that's qualifying over with. P6, I'm pretty happy with that, not going to lie. It's not my strongest track ever, so to be in between both Mercedes, I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, P6 for us for tomorrow's race. Adrian Sutil down at the back, as you'd probably expect, but you would not expect Lewis Hamilton to be down in P9, and that is one nail in the coffin for him. The second one could be going in very early tomorrow. Like I said earlier, he has to at least finish 5th to have even a sniff of trying to get back into this title fight. But as you can see, you can't see Alonso here, so let's find out where he has qualified in a second. Robert Kubica in 8th, Nico Rosberg in 7th, one of the buns in the Mercedes sandwich alongside Nick Heidfeld up in P5 again. out qualifying Nico. So yeah, continuing his great return. Sebastian Vettel P4 joined with his Red Bull teammate in P3, and who's on pole? It's Jenson Button. So at least one of the McLarens is doing well this weekend. He's finished 2/10 ahead of Fernando in the end, and let's see if he can do anything to help out his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Yeah, it's not a great start for Lewis, but Fernando Alonso, he's going to be happy as you like. He's going to be thinking, I can do this. He doesn't even have to worry about Lewis. He just has to finish the race basically, and he will be a 4-time world champion. Anyway, it's not secured just yet. We have a race to go. Right guys, welcome. It is race day here in Korea. We've got 28 laps coming up for us, and look at that, a 79% chance of rain. We line up in 6th place, like I said, in a Mercedes sandwich. We've got Jenson Button on pole, but it's Lewis Hamilton we need to look out for today. He needs to be at least 5th if he wants to stay in this championship fight, and that's assuming that Alonso is out of the points. But yeah, Alonso is very, very close to this title now. Let's have a quick look at the strategy before we get underway. Might get completely thrown up in the air if the rain does come, which it looks like it will. But this is what we're going to start off with anyway. Obviously, you have to start on the options we used in qualifying, and then if it does stay dry somehow, it's going to be another 4-stopper. Primes, then primes again, options, and then primes again. Apparently the options only lasting 4 laps, which is outrageous. So yeah, hopefully they stick around for a little bit longer than that. Alright, we all know the grid. We all know what's at stake here today for Alonso and Hamilton. But yeah, we got our own race to do. Let's go. Here we are, we're lining up for the Korean Grand Prix here in 2011. 6th place, let's see what we can get done. You can see the skies up ahead, not looking too inviting, but we're underway here. Realistic damage is still applied, so we've got to keep it clean. We've got to have to take the tightest line into T1. I had a tiny bit of contact behind, but nothing too drastic. We're still in 6th place here. Heifeld's managed to get ahead of Vettel. Oh dear, what are you two doing? Calm down. Rosberg maybe going to make it 3 wide, perhaps. Oh God, don't hit each other. Oh, completely cold brakes. Where were my brakes? Just didn't let me brake at all. But we managed to keep 8th place. I think there was a big crash behind. Let's see if we can get a replay. That's me going wide. Don't look at that. Come on, give me a good angle. Can we see what? Oh, it's Hamilton! Hamilton's lost a wheel. I think Kubica's hit him. Oh my God, Hamilton is out of the race. Fernando Alonso is a 4-time world champion. Oh my God. Kubica is just slammed into the back of him. How has Kubica not lost his front wing or any tyres? Wow. Jesus Christ. Huge drama here already, as Hamilton didn't even get a chance to make a claim for that championship. Well, it looks like it's going to be a dead rubber now. Obviously, we're still involved. We can still have a good race, but the title fight is done in turn 3. Jesus Christ. We've got no curves left now, as we had to recover after our mistake, as Kubica's still on a rampage. Heidfeld's gone down from 4th to 7th. Not quite sure what's happened to him, as Kobayashi going around my outside. Now Hulkenberg wants a look. Very good move from him. And yeah, we've had a terrible start. Down to P10. Kind of feels like I've lost my front wing, but I haven't. Actually made it through without any damage, which is good. But yeah, we have not had a good start at all. AI just not confident at all into any corners, braking way earlier than I think they are. So yeah, it's catching us out here early on. Yeah, we need to calm down. I can't believe Hamilton's out already. What a shocking attempt to get back at Alonso, but yeah, it was bound to happen anyway. I don't think Hamilton really had a chance, but he definitely doesn't have one now.
Okay, you're in his dirty air. You've lost some front end grip.
Oh my days. Massa having a look down the inside of me here. But, managing to defend for now. The tyres feel absolutely horrible already. It's like they're all completely red on that screen, but not quite there clearly. Yeah, we've managed to keep it 10th for now. We've kind of running at the same pace as Hulkenberg, but Massa behind has been really racing, and he's definitely much quicker than us at this point. So yeah, obviously our first pit stop is next lap.
Find a way past when being held up.
I don't know. I don't know if we're being held up, Andy. I think we're definitely holding up Massa behind. There's Suttil behind him.
Pits are clear. Now's a good time to pit.
Nah, I'm going to stick to next lap because we do need to try and elongate this stint as much as possible. Haven't heard any news about the rain yet, but I'm sure that's going to be sooner rather than later.
The pit crew are ready for you at the end of this lap. Hit this lap. Radar suggests light rain in around 15 minutes.
There we go, right on cue as the rain is about to fall, and we're in the slipstream of Hulkenberg here. He didn't get DRS from Kobayashi ahead, so we're going to take that place nice and easy as Kobayashi actually going round the outside of Kubica. That's a nice move from the Japanese driver up into 7th place, but yeah, we're up into 9th. Thank you very much. We're definitely, yeah, I thought we were on par with Hulkenberg, but I think we are genuinely quicker at this stage. But yeah, next up, Robert Kubica, who's clearly struggling on those options, just like we all are. Kubica in ahead of us, as do we. So, oh yeah, Hulkenberg in as well. Alright, the AI taking control of my car there, nearly putting me in the wall, so that wouldn't have been ideal. As Kubica pulls in, let's see if we can get out ahead of him. He will have to let some other cars through. Yeah, we're also going to have to let a Toros through, HRT, a Lotus, a Virgin. But no, is this 2010? We've got to let everyone through. I think we let through Kubica, Hulkenberg and Suttil. So we've actually lost 2 places there in the pit stop. Thank you very much. Is that my pit crew from Virgin?
That leaves you with 3 stops remaining. 3 stops.
Cool. All right. 3 stops to go. I did actually get news that there is light rain on the way in 15 minutes. So I'm not sure if these primes are going to last until the rain comes. We're probably going to have one more stop, but I am going to change to go to primes again for my next stint. Because I don't want to come in, put a set of options on, and then I'm just going to have to stop again because they're made out of bloody, I don't know, something that melts quick.
We estimate Force India will be bringing Suttil in soon, within the next 5 laps.
Oh wow, here come the rest of the cohort. It's actually Suttil's jumped his teammate. And it looked like there was Maldonado ahead of him, so I'm not quite sure what's happened during the pits. I've lost a lot of time actually, as Kobayashi hasn't got any DRS from his teammate as he was in the pits, but he's still there on the inside. He's got the options on. Oh, a little bit of contact there. That looks like a Lotus, a Renault, sorry, as Kubica's going slowly. Kubica going slowly, not sure who he's hit. I think he must have hit Massa or Hulkenberg up there. But oh dear, another Renault losing their front wing, but it's Kubica this time, and I've got his teammate up my arse at the minute. Yeah, freebie for us. Thank you very much, Kubica. Standard Renault movements there, losing their front wing. We'll take that though. Up to 13.
It looks like we might be getting light rain in 10 minutes. Light rain.
10 minutes now until rain, as Jenson Button sets the fastest lap. I believe he's still. Thank you, Andy. I do believe he's still in the lead of this race, but this could all get thrown up in the air once that rain comes. But we're in a bit of a pickle here, a bit of a DRS train. Oh, there's the rain. Can you see it? Oh God, I nearly ploughed into the back of Kobayashi there. The rain's here already, so that was the quickest 10 minutes of all time. So, let's see how quickly it falls. Also still had a little wiggle out of the final corner, and that has given me a free position. Thank you very much. I think a couple of the option runners just came in to make their second stop, so they're clearly yeah, they're poorly affecting their race by coming in, but it's so close to rain, like intermediate conditions, sorry, but it's just not there yet. But we're going to stay out as long as possible. Our pit stop is this lap, but I'm going to try and eke out my tyres as much as I can, because I do not want to make that second stop if I don't need to. Oh my god, these tyres are on the edge of falling off the cliff now. Dry line is only just starting to appear. It's just not ready for inters yet, so I really don't know what to do. Do I stay out on these tyres one more lap, or do I come in?
Don't forget, pit in this lap.
Do I come in, put a set of options on just to weather the storm, really, or do the opposite? I don't know. I think I'm gonna do one more lap. I'm gonna do one more lap, and if it isn't raining by then I'll just come in for inters. As there goes Maldonado. He's biting the bullet. That's surely gonna ruin his chances of having a good result. As Rosberg just ahead of us, coming out on a new set of options. So clearly it's not ready for inters yet. Rosberg's still going on option tyres, so still going on dry tyres, I should say. Yeah. Or do I go on to inters and just try and stick it out until it gets wet enough? I'd rather do that than go onto another set of dries and then inters. So yeah, we're starting to get spots on our actual screen here. So I think it is getting very close now. There's spray coming off the tyres too. I'm going considerably slower than I usually would, so yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time for inters. If it's not wet enough, then there's only going to be a lap or two until it is wet enough, so only a few laps of pain. Where are we going to rejoin? 11th, okay. Well, I presume everyone around us will be stopping as well this lap regardless, so if we can stay in 7th.
Starting to see light rain out on track. It's starting to rain.
And there we go. Andy's actually acknowledged that it's raining, so that's a good sign. Yeah, you can clearly see I'm going much slower. 3 seconds slower. Oh my god. Keep it facing the right way. Just need to make it to the pit lane here.
Pushing in the next 4 laps.
Oh god. Get off the grass. Get into the pit lane safely. No one else in front of us going for a pit stop, so it's a bit strange. Hopefully my team have put inters on. I think that's Alguersuari behind me in the Toro Rosso. Come on, put inters on. Thank you. We're just going to have to stick it out here and trust that it's going to go to intermediate conditions. Alright, this is it. Kobayashi on primes just ahead of us. Let's see what our pace is like compared to his. Yeah, I'm not convinced that it's the right conditions for this tyre just yet. Yeah, I can barely brake for that corner, but you can see the droplets on my screen, on my visor, so it is definitely getting close. We'll see how many positions we'll gain, but if we're going to gain any, we still have to be going relatively fast. And I think it is slowly, very slowly transitioning towards these tyres now. Let's see if Kobayashi ahead of us comes in to the box. No, he's staying out, so clearly no one else in the field feels like it's wet enough for inters, so it's probably a bit too early for us, but I think in the context of our race, I think it will benefit us in a couple of laps time. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, we're a lot faster now. You can clearly see the sheen of the wet track away from the racing line as Kobayashi are tiptoeing around these few corners. He's staying out. What are you doing? Just go get some new tyres on, as someone has made a pit stop. It looks like that's Massa ahead, but they're still on primes. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's basically wet conditions now, and people are still coming into the pits and putting on dries. Like, what are you doing? He's going to be so far behind once he has to make another pit stop, and that's surely Massa's race really over and done with. It is Massa. Just make sure it wasn't Alonso. I think the front runners are a long way ahead already after only 15 laps. So yeah, they've had incredible pace today, but we should be getting past Kobayashi here pretty sharpish. As yeah, you can clearly see we're a lot faster than him in the corners here. Can we even get it done around here? Perhaps, maybe try and get a switchback. Ran a bit too wide there.
We can't let this guy hold us up much longer. Pass him. We're seeing some major cloud cover coming our way. We think there'll be heavy rain in 15 minutes.
Oh wow, so it's not only going to be intermediate conditions, it's going to be full wets. So these guys are still on dries. They need to come in very soon, as Kobayashi has left the door open for us, and we're going to walk right on through it. Thank you very much. Up into 11th place. You can clearly see the dry line now. Yep, there we go. Massa coming in a lap later than his last pit stop. Yeah, the whole...
There are quite a few cars in the pits right now. Watch out for cars exiting the pit.
The majority of the field are in for their first pit stop onto wet tyres, and we are finally back into the position where we started. We're up to 6th place. Sebastian Vettel up in 5th. So yeah, very nice. In a bit of a no man's land though now. Oh dear, that's Webber into the pits. Obviously Red Bull.
One of the Red Bulls. There's a Red Bull ahead of you.
Another pretty dire mistake from Red Bull. They've obviously decided not to double stack the two Red Bulls once it changed to wet. So obviously they've allowed Vettel to come in first and then Webber second, and that's kind of ruined Webber's race towards the front of the pack here. But we're up into 5th. Very nice. Good, really good position for us that we're in now. Sorry, but grip hasn't been amazing, and look at the tyre wear. If you'll see here, our next scheduled pit stop is lap 26, which I know is unrealistic because that would only leave 2 more laps at the end of the race, so it'd be a bit pointless to do that. But the tyres are wearing off at a significantly increased rate than the strategists at the Sauber thought they would. So yeah, we're probably looking to come in for another set of inters, but then there's heavy rain on the way. So again, it's the same from when we were going from dry to wets, when it's going to go from wets to extreme, or inters to wets, sorry. Yeah, we've got another decision to make. I'm going to have to hold on to these tyres for as long as I can, regardless. But when I come in, when I come in, am I going to be putting inters on, or am I going to be putting wets on? Something I'm going to have to mull over until our next pit stop. I'm not sure what's happened to Danny Rick in this race, but he finds himself a lap down. And we haven't really seen a lot of lap cars this season, as the field's been so tight in terms of the field spread. So it's a bit of a rarity to see a car going a lap down, but yeah, not sure what's happened to Danny Rick, but he has held up Vettel nicely ahead of us. But I'm not sure how long this battle is going to last for, because yeah, our tyre, we need to change our tyres. I just got a radio message from Andy saying the heavy rain is due to start in about 10 minutes time, so obviously a little bit less now, but yeah, I don't think our tyre's going to last that long. So I think I'm either going to come in this lap or next lap for another set of inters, and then hopefully that will take us far enough to get into the wet period of this race. I think I'm actually going to come in this lap, so I can utilise a new set of inters as quickly as possible. So we're going to rejoin in around 8th or 9th place. But yeah, let's see if anyone else considers pitting again before the wets. Not sure what's going to happen there. Oh god, Jesus Christ, that was close.
Go now.
Alright, pretty standard pit stop for us. We've got gaggle of 3 or so cars coming up the pit straight. Can we rejoin ahead of them? Just about. That was important. So it looks like Hulkenberg must be...
You have no more scheduled pit stops, so look after your tyres.
Must be Hulkenberg, Petrov and Massa up in the top 10 at the moment. So Hulkenberg running well.
DRS is now disabled due to wet weather tyres.
Yeah, I kind of assume that happened quite a few laps ago now. We got Heidfeld up ahead of us in 6th place, so yeah, got a bit of work to try and catch him up. But we should definitely have the tyre differential to do so now.
There's a good chance there'll be heavy rain in around 5 minutes.
5 minutes until heavy rain, but it's going to be even shorter until we're back into P6 here. We're in the slipstream of Heidfeld. Our tyres are just so much more nicer, so much nicer than Heidfeld's at the moment. More nicer, yeah, good English, mate. Yeah, up into P6, nice and easy. We were so much faster than Hulkenberg in 8th. And we just drove on up to Heidfeld, and yeah, we got the move done. Back up into 6th.
Right behind you, push hard.
That's not Rosberg, Andy, that's Heidfeld. Alright, Webber, 7 seconds up the road. He's going to be a bit of a tougher opposition, and oh god. Make it very easy for him right there, but yeah, as long as we stay ahead of Heidfeld here and just ride it out until the wets come into play, then yeah, we should be solidifying this P6, which is really good. Oh dear, that is my teammate Sergio Perez in the pits, clearly coming to terms with someone in the pack, and yeah, he's now last place and seriously a lap down, very much so a lap down. So that's a shame. Not quite sure what happened to him. He's clearly found the back of someone's car, but yeah, pretty disappointing for Sergio today. Well, this whole weekend actually, to be fair. Shit.
You've lost your front wing. If you can nurse the car back to the pits, we'll fit a replacement.
Oh, for God's sake, I really want to swear my head off. Oh my God. Well, that's that. That's Perez coming in last lap, and now I'm in 2. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It was looking all so good, wasn't it? Now it's all come undone. All right. Another set of inters then. That's not wet enough for wets just yet, but that's going to put us out of the points, that mistake. Brilliant. Yep, down to 11th as Maldonado makes his way into the points. There's Kobayashi. Can I get out ahead of Alguersuari? No. Senna. Oh, there's Perez into the back of Alguersuari once again.
Still need to get up to temperature.
Alguersuari very lucky to get away with that scot-free, but that is my teammate again into the back of someone. Yeah, his rookie expertise really showing here today. Actually, you know what? It could have actually been wet enough for wets, but anyway, that's fine. We're still on the same sort of strategy as these guys around us, so we're not losing too much by being on these tyres. But yep, into 30 now. We should find our way past these guys pretty quickly, but yeah, that is very, very annoying. We're all over Jaime Alguersuari here. Let's try and get him down into T1. A little bit wiggly on the wet stuff, but that is a nice and easy move. There's another invisible bump, sorry, that Alguersuari ran into.
Minor front wing damage.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, not quite sure what happened to him. Well, thankfully for him, it's not a repeat of what happened to Petrov. But that is Kobayashi. What is going on with this game? Kobayashi losing his front wing to absolutely nothing, and he is out of this race. Horrible luck for the Japanese driver, but we're back up into 11th place. A pretty big gap to bring down to Maldonado up ahead. We've got 5 laps to do so, but yeah, the invisible bumps at it once again. Wow.
Might be worth thinking about putting a set of full wets on. We've seen a few people change over.
There's a lot of people in the pits. There's a lot of back markers coming out, and they're on wet tyres. Is that the wet tyres? think that's the wet tyres. Yeah, that's definitely not prime. So, yeah, the AI going for wets now. We're up into 6th here, and not quite. Let's see what the gap is to Heidfeld, but I reckon we could probably stay out in these conditions. You could, I don't know. It's not a good sign if you're drifting around there.
Riders on wets are starting to put in good times. It's time to change your tyres over.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a lap and see if I'm really slow, and then yeah, I'll come in for wets if I am going a bit too slowly. Although I could just gamble. I could just gamble and stay out. I don't know what to do here again.
It seems everyone's complaining about the track conditions. Keep your focus.
But I don't know why. I'm still alright on these inters. I'm actually creating a gap to the guys behind who have come in on wet. So this gamble that I've gone for is paying off. If I can keep it pointing the right direction, that is. But only 2 laps to go here until I can bring home a lovely 8 points for the team. Obviously had a really poor start, didn't we? But managed to claw it back via the strategy. And yeah, I'd be really happy with P6 here. Korea's never been a strong circuit of mine, but this would be a really positive result if we can bring this home. Only 2 laps to go now. Well, there we go. Jenson Button has won this race from pole to the finish. Oh God, keep going. I'm really trying to hold on to these tyres now. But P6, the gamble's paid off. Thank you very much.
That's 8 points. Good job.
Thank you very much. P6 here from start to finish as well, as just like Jensen. But yeah, very happy with that. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of pace, and my strategy wasn't even that good. But I managed to bring it home to get some good points for the team. And yeah, at this point of the season, that's what we need ahead of Renault. But I know Jenson Button has just won his 2nd race of the season, but Fernando Alonso is officially a 4-time world champion. Well done to him. He is. No one else has deserved it this season. He deserved it after the first half. And yeah, massive congratulations to him. Back-to-back championships for him and for Ferrari. But can Ferrari do it in the Constructors? Still a long way to go before they complete that title. But yeah, well done to Fernando. Nico Rosberg finally back on a Formula 1 podium, so well done to him too. Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber just missing out again. I don't know what happened with Webber and his strategy. That's again a little harking back to 2010 when his strategy was Tin Pot. Yep, ourselves in 6th, like I said. Nick Heidfeld in 7th, so well done to him. Good weekend all round, to be fair, for Mercedes. Nico Hulkenberg in 8th, good points for him in the Williams. Massa 9th, and Petrov in 10th place from 17th to 10th. So well done to him. Just having a clean race would have probably got you points today. Pastor Maldonado just missing out though by 0.008 of a second. That is very unlucky for the Venezuelan there. As Jaime Aguirre up in P12. That's Bruno Senna's best finish of the season, 13th. Well done to him. Heikki Kovalainen in 14th. D'Ambrosio 15th. Danny Close, Trulli and Bird is the first of the lapped finishes. He just finished just literally about a second up the road from us. Adrian Sutil down there 19th. Kubica, Ricardo, Perez 2 laps down. So yeah, really horrific race for my teammate. And yeah, Kamui and Lewis out of the race. Did not finish. Yeah, Hamilton, really bad attempt to even get himself in a mathematical place to even contend for this championship. But that is over now. Fernando Alonso has won it with 3 races to go. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? Here are the standings confirming that Fernando Alonso is a 4-time world champion. I feel like I've said that a lot this episode, but yep, just have to reiterate it, the gap has actually increased by a substantial amount. It is now 105 points from Alonso to Hamilton, which is absolutely sensational. It's just been in a class of his own this season. Hamilton's put up a decent enough fight, but yeah, it was kind of over since that run he had from Turkey to Belgium. Even, what was it, 6 wins in 9, which is ridiculous. So yeah, fair play to him. He's fully deserved it. Jenson Button, after his win today, has got ahead of Mark Webber once again to get himself into the top 3, and then Vettel and Massa still behind. We're up to 119 points, that's 15 behind Massa. I don't think we're gonna quite get to Massa, but we're well ahead of the rest of the midfield. Rosberg shoots up back into the top 10 after finally getting onto the podium. I think that was his first podium of the season, so well done to him. That's been a long time coming, and that's also got him the Driver of the Day award. Also moving up 2 positions is Nico Hulkenberg, ahead of Sutil and my teammate Perez, who had a shocking weekend all round. And Bruno Senna down there for the wooden spoon is equal with D'Ambrosio now. In terms of the Constructors' title, Ferrari still lead the way by 71 points. If they outscore McLaren by 18 points or more in India, then they will wrap up the Constructors' title as well. But we'll go through the proper permutations once we get to India. Mercedes getting very close to 200 points now. We're on 132, 24 ahead of Renault. I think we should be safe here in 5th now, and Force India and Williams still fighting it out for P7. Well, there you have it for Korea. We have our, I was going to say new world champion, but he has retained his title. Well done to Fernando for that, and let's see if he can carry on his scintillating form into these last 3 races. They're kind of dead rubbers, but they should be exciting nonetheless, and we still have the Constructors to wrap up anyway. But I will see you guys next time for the first ever Indian Grand Prix. Let's see what awaits us there in New Delhi. I'll see you there. Take care.